Daffy Duck.
Duck reads D, D, D. Duck reads D, D, D. Duck reads D, D, D.
Davie Duck plays his drum, drum, drum. Flying south, won't you all come? Quack, quack, drum, drum. Davie Duck playing on his drum. A good leader he'll become. Quack, quack, drum, drum.
You remember Daffy Duck's family was busy getting ready to move. All the ducks on Ducksburg Pond were flying south for the winter. All the ducks had come to Daffy Duck's doghouse, and the daddy ducks had made plans for the trip. Daddy Duck was to be the leader of the ducks. They wanted Daffy Duck to beat his drum. The drum beats would keep all the ducks flying together. The next morning, Mommy Duck said to Daffy Duck, "We will be there to help you do a fine job. All the ducks will be listening to you play the drum, Daffy Duck." Daffy Duck's happy smile grew from one end of his duck bill to the other. Daffy Duck smiled so big he showed the dimples in his ducky cheeks. "Daffy Duck, will you please help me put boards over the doghouse windows now?" asked Daddy Duck. Daddy Duck was getting his hammer and nails out of the doghouse tool shed. "We need to close up our doghouse so it will be kept safe during the cold winter. Then it will be safe for us when we come back to Ducksburg Pond next summer." "I'll help you anytime, Daddy Duck," quacked Daffy Duck. Daffy Duck loved to be with Daddy Duck. Daffy Duck learned lots about being a good daddy someday. Daffy Duck wanted to be just like Daddy Duck when he grew up. When they worked together, they could talk too. Today, Daffy Duck had lots of questions to ask. "Daddy Duck," quacked Daffy Duck, "I know we will always live on Ducksburg Pond in the north when it is summertime. Where will we live when we are in the south when it is winter time? Where will we go to find warm weather?" "Well, Daffy Duck," quacked Daddy Duck, "the Lord will lead us to a duck home in the south. We will be flying to Texas." "We will end up in Texas? Texas!" shouted Daffy Duck. Daffy Duck helped Daddy Duck hold a board over a window while Daddy Duck hammered in a nail. Daddy Duck showed Daffy Duck how to hold the nail. Daddy Duck showed Daffy Duck how to hold the hammer. Daddy Duck hammered in the nails while Daffy Duck held the boards. Daddy Duck and Daffy Duck kept talking as they worked together. "Yes, Daffy Duck," quacked Daddy Duck. "We are flying to Texas. We will live on the new ACE pond in Texas. The pretty pond is in front of the ACE building where we get our paces." Daddy Duck told Daffy Duck all about the Pace building for Christian schools. "The people there like ducks and wild animals," said Daddy Duck. "They will feed bread to us and watch us ducks in the pretty pond. Maybe AC and Christy will take you, Daffy Duck, to the learning center for a visit one day." "Maybe AC and Christy will feed us seeds also," quacked Daffy Duck. Daffy Duck clapped his wings. "Now I do understand, Daddy Duck. We will live in the south in the winter. We will fly back to the north in the summer." "That's it, Daffy Duck," smiled Daddy Duck. "That way, we will have warm weather wherever we go. That is God's plan for ducks." Just then, Mommy Duck opened the door of the doghouse. Mommy Duck popped her head out to tell Daffy Duck she had something to tell him. Daddy Duck and Daffy Duck went into the doghouse. Daddy Duck and I have a new family secret to share with you, Daffy Duck. When we come back to Ducksburg Pond next summer, we will hatch some new baby brother and sister ducklings for our dear duck family. Oh, everything is just great, quacked Daffy Duck. Mommy Duck nodded her feathered head and smiled at Daffy Duck. Yes, said Daddy Duck, and we've done a good job of boarding up our doghouse today too. So, at last, Daffy Duck's family was all set for moving day. Daddy Duck and Mommy Duck decided to check one more time to make sure everything was ready to go. Yes, Daddy Duck had the directions drawn on the map. Yes, Daddy Duck had enough dollars for the trip. Yes, Mommy Duck had all the dishes and food packed into the red dotted duck bags. Yes, Daffy Duck's drum was all drummed up too. That night, after Daffy Duck was asleep in his nest, Daddy Duck listened to the weather on the radio. It will be a beautiful day tomorrow, quacked the radio weather duck. It will be a great day for duck trips. We'll take off in the morning, Mommy Duck, quacked Daddy Duck, as they folded their wings and tucked their heads into sleep.